Yes, so today's session is all about introduction to the program that I do. It's called Business Growth Mastery. And why do I call it Business Growth Mastery? That's a big question. But typically, people try like to use it like business mastery, but I prefer it to be about business growth mastery. What I understand is something very simple, and that is what I've been doing for like almost 8 9 years now. And it's all about mastering growth. It's not about mastering business that you do. You can hire people who can do business, and the job of the entrepreneur, job of the businessman is to master growth. Does it make sense, guys? Guys, tell me in the chat box if you agree with my philosophy.
हाँ तो पीछे है
पीछे
लेकिन चाबी लॉक लगा हुआ होगा
चाबी लेके आना
Guys,
पड़ेगा।
please mute yourself. Don't make me mute all. जाएगा? Yes. So I'm waiting in the chat box. Do you agree with the philosophy I just said? It's like it's more of mastering growth than mastering business. Mastering business is it means you are good at sales, you are good at marketing, you are good at strategies, you are good at improving product quality, and you are good at and all those aspects. But you can hire people who can do all those things. For me, the businessman, the entrepreneur is supposed to be the master at growth. He should be a master at growing the business. That's the prime thing for me, and that's what I have been doing for almost 8 9 years. And in the last maybe 3 years, I have visited my offices just maybe 3 4 times. That's all. Everything in place, all people in place, the leaders in place, the team in place, the softwares in place. I just go through the reports, and I never go to my office. The full day I spend coaching people. That's growth mastery. And I just think in terms of growth, what is the next thing that we can do in the business? I don't think of what we are supposed to do today, what we are supposed to do tomorrow, what we are supposed to do next week in the business, working on the tactics of the business and doing the firefighting. I have people to do all those things. What I do is I just think of growth. So for me, that is the only one way for growth. When you are not working in the business, you are like, totally involved in the day-to-day activities and firefighting. I mean, if you are doing that, who is going to work on growth? And that's the biggest challenge entrepreneurs face. And my objective is to like guide you guys today in terms of what are the reasons. What are the reasons for slow growth? And what are the reasons for no growth? Guys, that's very crucial. What are the reasons for stagnancy? What are the reasons for slow growth? And what are the reasons for growth? So I'm going to share my thoughts and the way I work on growth. For me, it's like more than 10 years coaching entrepreneurs now. So I know what are the challenges and what are the difficulties people face. So this is about a 3 month program, and my question is simple. I would love you to answer in the chat box. Do you want to do more in 3 months than what others do in 12 months? Would you like to do that? Would you like to do more in 3 months than what others do in 12 months? Yes, I'm waiting for the answers. Whether yes or no, you are comfortable to type anything. And guys, if you are actually ready and willing to do more in 3 months than what others do in 12 months, you are probably in the right place. The first question is, do you have a dream? Type yes in the chat box if you have one, and type no in the chat box if you don't have one. And please, I would love all to participate because your participation is the most important aspect of what I do. Participating, see, there are three types of people in this world. If you look at India, the most popular sport is cricket, and if you look at the world, the most popular sport is soccer, football. So let's talk of soccer. are 11 players on both the side, total 22 players, one field referee, two line referees, three referees. So 22 and 3, 25 people, they participate. We are called participants. There are commentators who are also participants. And then there is a huge lot of audience watching this in the stadium, and there is much bigger audience watching it on the television. And then there are two types of people in the audience. The first, who are aware of what is happening and they keep on cheering them. They clap for others. That's the second variety of people. And the third variety of people is while watching the match, the sport, they just doze off. They just sleep for a while. And when there is a lot of noise, they suddenly wake up and oh my God, like what's happening? And what happened? So this is the third variety of people. They are always in that mode. What happened? Why did it happen? So these are three types of people. So my question is, where would you like to be? Participant? People who clap for participants, or people who just wake up from a slumber? What happened? Participation is the key to growth, most important aspect. Like I have seen entrepreneurs, they don't participate in growth. If you don't participate in growth, how would you grow? And why entrepreneurs don't participate in growth? Because they are busy firefighting. They are busy doing the daily activities. It's about participating, guys. So please participate in the session as well, typing yes, no, typing the answers to the questions that I have. That I mean, participating will ensure that you take home more from the same session. So you have a dream. So I have been talking to like hundreds of people, and what I see is like everyone has a dream. Everyone has a dream. Reason, no one taught them how to have a dream. They have not, everyone that I talked to never read a book on having a big dream, on thinking big, on those type of books. Like, I mean, most of them had not read those books, but still they could dream big. Why? It's the function of the mind. It is the job of the mind to dream big. That is why every person is capable and every person dreams big. Now the question is, now this is where wonders start happening. Are you able to execute your dream? Now the challenge is not dreaming big, challenge is executing the big dream. That's where people face the biggest problem. Do you get my point? Do you agree with this point? Type yes in the chat box. It's not about having a big dream, like everyone has it. It's about executing that big dream, which is the biggest challenge which people face. That's a tough call, like executing the big dream. How can you do that? So business growth mastery is a structured system. It's a system. And when you have a system and when you follow the system works. You don't work. That's how it is. I mean, there are people who talk of business is to have processes and systems. Why? Because the systems work when you follow them. That is how it is. Business growth mastery is a system. And when you follow the system, you start executing your dream. That is what my intention is when I work with this 3-month program. So it's about setting a 3-month goal, go all out to achieve. And the 3-month goal is always based on the long-term goal that you have. There is always a yes long-term goal, but we break it down to 3-month goal, and then the entire focus is working only this 3 months. That's all. In my experience of coaching people more than 10 years, what I've found is this model gives better results than long-term goals or even annual goals, because you have broken it down to the smaller part. That is why this gives much better and much faster results. Just going with a 3-month goal, going all out to achieve it. So now the question is simple. What if you can grow your business by 5% in 3 months? 5% in 3 months. That's all. Do you think it is possible? Type yes in the chat box. Do you think it is possible? Type yes in the chat box, guys. I'm waiting. If you think it's possible, type yes. If you don't think it's possible, type no. Everything is welcome. Yeah, see, it's possible. But the point is you should be able to think about it and you should be able to execute it. Like thinking about it is fine. Executing it, that's where challenge begins. Now, Now see, I'm going to ask another question. What do you think is the typical growth rate of small and medium enterprises? What do you think? 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%? Please type your thought in the chat box. What is the average growth rate of small and medium enterprises? That is the growth at which they grow, like on an average. Yes, I'm waiting, guys. 5 to 7, that's Harshit. Okay. 10%, that's Ajit. 5%, okay. Arun. Sudesh says 15%, okay, fine. Fine. So what we have is a range of 5% to 15% in the chat box. Now, the fact is, I'll be covering this aspect later as well in the session. The fact is, the average growth rate is nearly 7-8%. I mean that is the average growth. Like that is a research based, the survey based growth. You know, with a sample size of organizations and then identifying them and coming down to an average. The average is considered to be a range of 7 to 8%. Okay. Now just think about it. What if you can grow your business by 5% in 3 months? Like people think of it, but execution is not happening. And when you're actually able to do this, you grow almost 21% annually. The growth is almost 21% annual. Focusing on 21% is challenging. It's very difficult. But focusing on 5% and having a system to do that makes all the difference. And you very easily achieve 21% in the year. And then comes the next one. Guys, this is very interesting. What if you could grow your business by 12% in 3 months? I mean, average growth of SM is 7 to 8%. Just try to understand this. Average growth of SM is 7 to 8%. And I'm talking of a business growth which is 12% in 3 months. Do you think it is possible? Guys, type yes or no in the chat box. I mean, yes is welcome, no is equally welcome, guys. Yes, Ajit says yes. I'm waiting. Participation is key. The more you participate, your clarity is going to increase. My major intention here in this session is to ensure that you learn something wonderful, you reach some realization about growth. Yes, guys, I'm waiting. Harshit, Ashish, there are many of us here. Yes or no, both. Yes, Harshit, very true. Very true. But now what happens is if you have a system to do that, it is very possible, and you grow almost 50% annually. The real fun. On just 12% growth in 3 months, and which is if you have the right system to
class
I'm sorry, I missed it. Just a minute, let me go back to the slides. Yes, that is actually possible. Reason because you have a system how to do that. There is a systematic approach. And the other thing to be understood is focusing on 50% annual growth is very challenging, but focusing on 12% growth 3 months is easier, much easier, because you break it down to 3 months. You have chunked it into a smaller part. And that is where you start getting into the action mode, because what you see is a smaller chunk to be achieved. Yes, there is a system required, which is really important. And now try to understand this basic fact. If you can maintain 50% per annum, understand this, for 5 years, can you think what can be the growth in 5 years? Guys, that is 675%. That is, your business grows 7 times. If you are at 10 crores, you go to 70 crores in 5 years. And people can't think of it. People can't even imagine of such a growth. When I work one-on-one with clients, I always work with the objective that you should be growing by 10 times in 5 years. So if you are 10 crores now, 5 years down the line, you have to be 100 crores. That is the objective I work when I get into one-on-one. In groups, I don't get into the 10 times, the 10x growth. Reason, it is very challenging because we are working in a group situation. But yes, 50% annually, which can lead to 675% growth in 5 years, is actually possible. What is required is just a systematic approach of how it can be done. So I'm going to put four statements here, and I want you to put in the chat box. Yes, Mithun says it depends on the nature of business, also level of business. Mithun, I'll not agree to this point. It does not depend on anything. You will slowly realize this. It does not depend on anything. Whatever the business, this is possible. Yes, you are into a business which is getting absolute. Like the technology is changing and this business will no longer exist. Then it is a different case. If it is not that case, it is possible in every single business. And you are going to realize this slowly by the end of this session. So I'm going to put four statements on the screen. I want you to type 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever you think is correct according to you. The first statement, you get what you desire. The second is you get what you want. The third is you get what you need. And the fourth is you get what you deserve. So what do you think is the correct one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Yes, I'm waiting, guys.
Fourth.
Okay, please type in the chat box. Mithun says 3. Okay, and yes, I have just one reply, guys. Waiting. Okay, Sitesh comes with 4th. Yes, I'm waiting, guys. Ajit, Ashish. Okay, Harshit Gala says 1. Yes, Ashish, Arun, where are you guys? See, my main aspect of work is brainstorming. I make people think. That is what you all know who are repeating this. I make people think. Growth is all about your ability to think. Ajit comes up with 1. Fine. See, the fact is, you get what you deserve. I'll be elaborating that, in the coming slides, and how it actually happens. And I'll be connecting it with science, and I'll be connecting it with the scriptures. I'll be talking of both aspects. When I work on this one statement, you get what you deserve. So now the big question, what is the single tool that you have to grow your business? Please type in the chat box, whatever business you are in. I want you to type what is the single tool that you have to grow your business. What is the single biggest tool? Probably you may have many tools. What is the single biggest tool that you have to grow your business? Yes, guys, I know I'm making you think, but it's your thinking which is going to make the difference. Sudesh says thinking ability. Harshit says customers. Yes. Okay, he says marketing, Mithun. Cool. Yes, I'm waiting for more. We have just 3 participants, guys, out of 8. Commitment to the cause. Okay, Ajit. Wonderful. Yes, I'm waiting, guys. Well, let's move ahead. What Sutesh says, your thinking ability. I always go with that. And probably Sutesh has attended the time when I worked with this aspect. I don't know. I'm not sure. And if you're not there and you have written this, I really appreciate that, because this is something that very few people are aware of and they can even think of. Now, why? Why the thoughts are the single biggest tool to growth? Yes, this is what here. You finalize your strategies using your thoughts, isn't it? You make your marketing plans using your thoughts, isn't it? You make your sales pitch using your thoughts, isn't it? You take every business decision using your thoughts, isn't it? You hire and fire a staff using your thoughts. You improve profitability using your thoughts. You improve product quality using your thoughts. You add product or service in your portfolio using your thoughts. You conclude your priorities using your thoughts. Your goal or your dream is because of your thoughts. Guys, It's all about your thoughts. Try to understand this one aspect of growth. The single biggest tool that any entrepreneur on the face of this earth is thoughts, is the ability to think, is the ability to think in terms of possibilities, is the ability in terms of thinking how you can turn those possibilities into reality. The single biggest tool is your thoughts, guys. So there are two ingredients to business growth. Now understand this. This is the key. The most, I mean, every slide is really important, but this is probably one of those major aspects of growth. There are two aspects of growth. One is called mechanics, and the other is called mindset. Now, what is mechanics? Mechanics is my product, my service, my quality, the productivity, my team, my infrastructure, my finance, my recruitment. I mean, everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. That is mechanics. Everything that we hire staff to do, that is mechanics. Everything the entrepreneurs they themselves do daily, that is mechanics. That is entirely mechanics of business. And what is mindset? Mindset is about your thoughts. It is your thinking ability. It is your perceptions. Perceptions is the filter through which we see the world. It's like you are wearing the glasses which are blue in color and you want to see the world green. How is it possible? That's your mindset. If you want to see the world green, the filter, the perception through which you are watching, you are seeing the world has to become green. That's mindset, guys. It's your thoughts. It's your thinking patterns. It's your way of thinking. It's your way of being. It's your perceptions. It is your philosophy, guys. Your philosophy from where you are operating. Mechanic results in 20% growth. That's all. That's all. And that is the prime reason why small and medium enterprises average growth comes down to 7 to 8%, because they are focused entirely on mechanics to grow. Totally focused on mechanics to grow. So growth which mechanics can give is 20%, that is maximum. And putting the mechanics in place is the biggest challenge that they are facing, and they are focused on only mechanics. That is why they are enterprises, they can't even grow up to 20%, which is actually permissible by mechanics. Does it make sense? Type yes in the chat box. This is the biggest understanding which I want you all to have. And the growth because of mindset is 80%. 80%. That is where the real growth lies. And no one is focused on that. There are so many training programs happening on business growth, and even those programs not focused on the 80% part. If 80% is mindset, any coaching or training program in business growth should have 80% mindset and 20% mechanics as their curriculum, as what they work with. Reason? 80% growth is mindset. It's about your philosophies, guys. See, it's like I do a lot of change work. I change people. Like that's one aspect of work that I do a lot of. I work with depressed people. I work with people having suicidal tendencies. I work with people going through traumas and like all negative aspects. I do that, and when I bring a turnaround in their lives, and they live wonderful. And I do a lot of change work. And I have helped people with suicidal tendencies come out of it in just one session, just 2 sessions. I have people overcoming depression in one session, 2 sessions. Why? I mean, for people, change is a slow and tedious and painful process. That's all people believe. That's their philosophy. Most people who do change job, the vast majority of them who do change work, they also come from this philosophy that change is slow, tedious, and painful. So when they deliver change, the change they deliver is slow, tedious, and painful. I come from a philosophy, change is fast and easy. When I operate from the philosophy, change is fast and easy, what I give my clients is fast and easy change. It's about my philosophy, mindset, boss. 80% depends on the mindset. That makes the biggest difference. I see this happening day in, day out. It's about the mindset, guys. If you look, if I will just tell you to identify a few people all around you, a few entrepreneurs all around you. Just identify them who have like grown multifold in the last 3 years. You know of such people, isn't it? Just think of those people and try to identify the change that happened in those people. The way of being 3 years back and today is different. Their thought process 3 years back and today is different. When you talk to them today, you find, oh my God, this guy has suddenly started to make a lot of sense. The topics he talks is different. The way he thinks is different. This man has changed. So he experienced this multifold growth because he changed, not the product or the quality of product changed. Not because he changed the marketing, not because he did any of those things. Yes, they were a part of it, but a very small part of it. The biggest thing of the multifold growth is because the entrepreneur, the businessman change. If you think of them, you will just realize it. Oh my God, yes, the guy has become a better version of himself. That is where growth lies. That's mindset, friends. So this is a typical loop which works in every brain, every mind. We have experiences. These experiences result in beliefs that we carry along. These beliefs result in our thoughts from which we start working. These thoughts, they lead to emotions. Emotions, they just happen, byproduct of a thought. The emotions determine the energy with which we work. Okay, and this energy leads to action or inaction. This energy determines the quality of action, and the action again takes us to the experience. This is a loop. Every person on the face of this world is living this loop. Type yes in the chat box if you agree with me on this one point. Yes, guys, I'm waiting. We have a few. Yes. I would love if we have more of them. Participation is the key. This is the loop we all live. So what happens is when the beliefs match the past experiences, the thoughts, they match the past experiences, the emotions, they match the past experiences, and the actions, they match the past experiences. We again create a similar sort of experience. Yes, there is some growth which we experience because of mechanics, 6, 7, 8, 10%, that's fine. But the philosophy does not change and totally. It remains the same. So this is the loop in which every person, like not only entrepreneurs, like you are looking for growth in any aspect of life. This is the loop that we work from, that we operate from. And what happens is something unique. People want to have something, they set a goal. Right? People want to have something, they set a goal. And after setting a goal, what happens is they make a to-do list. They just go to action. This is what I am supposed to do. I do this, I will achieve the goal. Does it make sense? Type yes in the chat box if everyone is doing the same thing. We set a goal, we want to have something, we make a to-do list, we make a plan of action. We decide, okay, these are the actions I take and I achieve it. That's how we all work. Right? And people who get into the B, that is the being state. A being state, they become a person who deserves the goal. It is only then they achieve the goal. And the rest, they don't. Why? Because they have not worked on the mindset. Mindset determines whether you are deserving or not. If your beliefs somehow change by taking action, if your thought patterns somehow change, see, this is the operating system. It is like the computer. In 96, 97, when I started using a desktop, we had a 386 operating system. That is what we had. And that operating system had a lot of limitations, and that determined the speed and processing the computer could do. And today, what we have is an operating system, Windows 13, and there are many more very advanced operating systems. So as the operating systems advanced, the hard disk started performing better. The hard disk started doing better and faster things. Why? The operating system changed. So it is about changing the operating system. The operating system is beliefs, thoughts, emotions. That changes the energy. That changes the action. So working on the operating system makes more sense. So what the model has got to do is, you first become the person, start working on the beliefs, start working on the thoughts, start working on the emotions, simultaneously start taking action. When your beliefs, thoughts, emotions, energy, they get upgraded, your actions automatically get upgraded. It just happens because action is a byproduct of the emotion. If you feel like acting, you act. If you don't feel like acting, you don't act. Simple. Your actions are the byproduct of how you feel. Your emotions determine your actions. So work on the operating systems. When the operating systems upgrade, your actions upgrade. And what you actually end up is something wonderful. When the actions are different, actions improve, actions upgrade, you create the experience of your choice. You don't create the experience which matches the past. Does it make sense, guys? Type yes in the chat box. This is the key to growth. This is what determines, this is where the mindset changes. This is where your operating systems upgrade. And when the operating system upgrade, the hard disk starts performing better and faster. And the hard disk starts performing better and faster, that is where your actions change totally and your business starts growing better and faster. Simple, boss. That's how business growth actually happens. And most of the curriculums on business growth, they don't cover this aspect. They are totally focused on mechanics. That is where things are going wrong. Jim Rohn, one of the big time authors, trainers, coaches in the world, I mean, he's my favorite. This is his quote. Success cannot be sought after. Success eventually gets attracted by the person who you become. It's about becoming. Now let me talk about Bhagavad Gita. There is one full chapter in Bhagavad Gita, one full chapter on being emotionally stable. Being emotionally stable. The Sanskrit word is sthita prajna. Achieve a state of sthita prajna. Now what is emotionally stable? Shri Krishna says that you are emotionally stable when you don't rejoice on birth and you don't lament on death. That's emotionally stable. I mean, that's an extreme stage, very challenging. And then Arjun asked a simple question: Sir, can you please elaborate and tell me how I can achieve a state of being emotionally stable? So, the first step is goal setting. The goal is to be emotionally stable. Understand this. First step is goal setting. The goal is to be emotionally stable. And then Arjun asks, like, how to be emotional? How can I achieve this goal? And Shri Krishna says, the first step is to find out a person. Identify a person who is emotionally stable. Now, guys, my question to you, do you have a role model? Type yes in the chat box. Do you have a role model? Type yes in the chat box. Have you identified a person who is emotionally stable? If emotionally stability is your goal. See, Harshit comes up with no immediately. I would love everyone to participate here. Yes, Naresh says yes, wonderful. I mean, that's the goal setting which comes from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so the first step is you have a role model. Find out someone who is emotionally stable. And then what to do is Observe him closely. This is a process of modeling which comes from psychology. It is a very technical process. Sri Krishna gives in a very simple form which is challenging. And that is why people are, in spite of knowing this, I mean, very few people know it, but in spite of knowing it, they are not able to put it in place. What he says is identify the person, observe the person, observe closely how he walks, how he sits, how he behaves, the choice of words that he has, the way he communicates, the speed at which he speaks, the pitch of his tone. Observe every single thing and start copying his behavior in totality. And when your body will match with this person in totality, you will become sthita prajna. That is where you achieved the goal. You become a person who deserves it, and you have it. Does it make sense, guys? Type yes in the chat box. That's the process I'll be taking you through in the 3-week program. My 80% of focus is going to be there. You becoming that person where you deserve your desired success. That is going to be my 80% focus. Reason 80% growth is mindset. And then the 20% of my focus in these 3 weeks is going to be mechanics, where we work on sales, and we will be doing all those aspects. But 80% focus is going to be always. So in every session, there will be mindset work that we'll do. If you are working on sales, then also there will be some part of that session we'll be working on mindset. If you are working on marketing, there will be some part of the session we'll work on mindset. So there won't be a single session there where we will not work on mindset, because 80% is determined by the mindset. 80% of growth, of business growth, is determined by how much you deserve, how much success you deserve. You deserve what you get. Period. Wash. The next month, I would like you to put it in the chat box. What are the day-to-day challenges you face in business? The day-to-day challenges. I don't want the challenges that you face once in a while, once in a week, once in 15 days, once in a month, sort of. What are the day-to-day challenges? Yes, what are the day-to-day challenges, guys? I'm waiting. Okay, cash flow. Harshit says cash flow. Who else? What are the day-to-day challenges? Follow up. Okay. What are the day-to-day challenges? We have people management. Okay. I need at least 10, 15, because you face at least 2, 3, 4, 5 day-to-day challenges. I know. I don't want you to share all, but 1 or 2 is good. Meeting on time, finding new customers. What else? What else? Information availability to make informed strategies. Okay, Sitesh. Yes, what else? Desired growth. Desired growth, is it a day-to-day challenge? I'm sorry. From your first answer, I can tell you was, I don't know whether you answered, but desired growth is never a day-to-day challenge. Day-to-day is always firefighting, my friend. I'm sorry to be so direct, but I am always direct. My participants who have been with me, they know. I mean, that's my job, to be very direct. Yes, what are the day-to-day challenges? So the day-to-day challenges that you have in your business, they determine your focus. Understand what I'm saying? Yes, collection. Very good, Naresh. So the day-to-day challenges that you face, they determine your focus. So these are your focus areas in your business. Does it make sense, guys? Type yes in the chat box. All the day-to-day challenges that you face, they are your focus areas in your business. That is where you are entirely focused on. Yes, Harshit says yes. Good. So let's move ahead. So there are 3 categories of challenges. Understand this. If you can put this place on your own, nothing like it. Nothing like it. There are three categories of challenges people face. The first category is about time management, inaction, procrastination, indecisiveness. There are many more that fall in this category. Okay. And okay, people who are busy writing, just stop writing. I'll share the PPT. That's okay. I would love if you focus on the topic rather than getting into writing. I'll share the PPT with you all. That's fine. It's better you focus on the topic and communicate and participate. That would add more value. The second category is about recruiting people, motivating people, getting things done, leading a team. That's the second category. And there are many more in this list. These are endless lists. And the third category is about strategy, generating revenue, expansion, improving profitability. And there are many more which fall in the third category. Right? First category is about leading yourself. And let me tell you, there is only one which I found in what all you shared about leading yourself. The second category is leading the team. There were a few which I found in terms of leading the team. Very few. Okay. And then there were a few on strategies. Right? The most of them were mechanics of business. Understand what I'm saying? The most of them were mechanics of business. And we are hardly focused on any of these categories of problems which actually entrepreneurs face. How can you grow? I'm talking of a multifold growth. Yes, 7, 8, 10% is fine. वो तो होता है. That's okay. When you talk of a multifold growth, when you talk of 50% year by year, that leads to 7 times growth in 5 years. That's not possible with what you are actually doing now. So leading self, leading team, leading business. And if you can put all these three in place, if you can improve on all these three aspects, boss, wonders happens. Wonders happen. These are the three key aspects of any business growth. And why people are not able to lead team? The problem is mindset. Because the first is they block themselves. They have that belief, oh my God, I will not be able to do this. I won't be able to. The words that you choose, your mindsets decide those words that you choose. And that is the problem in communication. So the root cause of any of this problem is mindset. That's the root cause. And leading self in totality is mindset. 101%. There is nothing else but mindset. And there are two things how this can be done. Two ways. The first is trial and error. That is what 95% of people do in this world. They experiment. Experiments are all based on trial and error. Maybe they read a book, they attend some talk, and then they try to put in place. It works, it does not work. They do something else, they try something else. They just keep on doing different things, try to put things in place. It's all about trial and error based experimentations. They may work, they may not work. But let me ensure you one thing. Gallup's report. Gallup's is one of the biggest organizations which does surveys and which publishes reports on business. A Gallup's report says that 90% of small and medium enterprises, they struggle for money. The prime reason is they are totally focused on trial and error based experimentations. The prime reason is they are totally not focused on improving the mindset. The entire focus is day-to-day activities, day-to-day challenges. So that's the first way, and that is what everyone is doing. The second way is learn a scientific system how to do it. How to put all these three in place. Lead yourself, lead team, and lead the business. Learn a scientific system how to put all these three in place. That is where you grow easier, better, and faster. 50% per annum is very possible. 7 times in year is very, very, very possible if you have a system to do that. So what do we do in business growth mastery? What do we cover? The first step we cover is setting a goal using OKR. How many here has heard this term OKR? Type yes in the chat box. OKR. It is called objectives and key results. Yes, Sutesh says yes. Did you type it now, Sutesh?
No, no,
Clear one.
no, I did.
Okay. How many of you heard? If you have not heard, type no. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. Like I mean, most people are not even aware that something is available, which is called OKR. Objectives and key results is something which Google started to implement in 1999. They were a team of 40 employees. Today they are a team of like 60,000 plus employees, nearly that. Today they are still using OKRs. They have shifted totally from any other way of setting goals. There are many KPI and whatnot. They have shifted from everything else to OKRs in the entire organization, all the departments, and they use only OKR format. And today OKR is the end thing. The big time Fortune 500 companies, they are shifting to OKR. The entire Silicon Valley has almost shifted to OKR. This is the in thing today. Objectives and key results. And for me, this is the most scientific way of setting goals and achieving them. That is what I understand. I've been using OKRs for more than 2.5 years with my clients. Even in one-on-one coaching, I get into OKRs and I get into designing OKRs for every organization, for every department of the organization. So we'll be using the OKR format of goal setting and achieving them. And then we'll work on, yes, mechanics is an important aspect that I said. We'll work on improving sales, marketing, work on improving quality, productivity, and then mastering the emotional cycle of change. That is where we get into the mindset. A very important, every change, there is an emotional aspect to it. When you think of changing to the new system that you'll be learning, there is an emotional aspect to change that has to be worked on. That is where you actually get into executing the new system. I mean, you learn so YouTube is full of, I mean, they are full of workshops. Like you go and you can see like 8-hour, 15-hour workshops. You learn totally from those workshops, but it does not work. Why? It's all about when you are going for a change, you need to get into mastering the emotional cycle of change. There is a mindset shift which has to happen. That is when you start executing the new learnings. Till then, it's not possible. That is why all the people keep on uploading all the stuff on YouTube, because they know people will not be able to execute it. They will have to come to those guys. I mean, why do they give all the knowledge on YouTube? It does not make sense. Who would come to me if I give all the knowledge on YouTube? I know the fact people are not going to be able to execute it. They will have to come to me to execute it. It's a fact. That is why YouTube is full of all the knowledge in the world. And if it were not the case, the people wouldn't have been giving those workshops on YouTube. They will not have all those full-time training programs on YouTube. I mean, are you getting my point, guys? Type yes in the chat box. So when I was new to YouTube, I was actually confused. Why are these good people giving all the knowledge on YouTube? There are like I have seen workshops like people have live events of 3 days, 5 days, the entire recording of those 5 days on YouTube. And I mean, I used to find it so surprising. Like, why do people put all this thing on YouTube? Eventually, I realized, boss, executing this is not possible. People will go to them because they are not able to execute this. This is a wonderful way of marketing. But this is called education-based marketing, and that is going to be a very important aspect of what we'll be learning in the business growth program. Education-based marketing, how to use this system of marketing to advantage, whatever the industry. Overcoming procrastination, the next thing, again very important, it's a mindset. Mastering weekly routine. Culprit is the mindset. Why are people not able to master a weekly routine? It's a mindset. Effective. Why are people not able to manage time? Time management, like there are workshops people do, huge workshops on time management. But see, try to understand. If you understand this fact, you will stop attending timeshare at the time management workshops. The fact is, time management is a symptom. Time management is a symptom. The cause for time management is lack of self-discipline and focus. And this is a mindset. Try to understand things, guys. It's all about the mindset. Then comes developing a laser sharp focus. Again, a mindset. Then we work on how to use meetings effectively for business growth. Typically, I'm talking of the meetings that happen in your organization. Whether you have a team of 3 people or 30 people or 300 people, irrespective. But we all have those meetings happening. And how to use those meetings specifically and target every single meeting for business growth. That is where wonders happen. I have had participants who don't do anything else, just they put this one thing in place in their businesses and they start growing. How to use those meetings very effectively, targeting those meetings for business growth. That is a system, a structure to it, which you'll be learning in the sessions in the 3-week program. Developing high performance habits. Again, it's all about a mindset. Getting into a purposeful action. Action is again a byproduct of mindset. So this is all about mindset. Power of deliberate practice. Yes, we'll be getting into some very specific, well-defined deliberate practices. And you understand what is the power of those practice. Once you start getting into this practice, yes, it won't happen overnight, but yes, after maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, you will start getting into those practices. And that is where your mindset will start shifting. That is where your business will start improving. That is where you will start getting better at doing everything. And then we work on mechanics and we work on mindset simultaneously. And that is the way to growth. We put in place a process of continuous improvement in business. It's about a continuous, how many people you've seen, like 1 year they grow wonderful, 30%, 40%, the next year like they are down by 6-7%. And they do it for maybe 3-4 years for maybe 6, 7, 10, 15%. Then 1 year they again go 30, 35%. Reason? There is no continuous improvement. So there has got to be a process of continuous improvement in both continuous improvement for business and continuous improvement for mindset. So that is what we will put in place, a system. And when you follow the system works. You don't need to work, guys. That's the beauty of it. And learn, last but not the least, you put the 13 steps, 13 things in place. You learn how to execute your dream. Eventually, my objective is to ensure that you guys are able to execute your dream. That is what my intention is. Guys, it's a 3-month program. It begins from 15th of December. Today is 5th. We have 10 days. And the investment is 15,000 rupees. I have slashed the prices. And before Corona, I used to do the same program for 48,000. During the lockdown, I used to do this for 30,000. And now the lockdown has opened, but many friends of mine, I got into coaching because many friends of mine, they inspired me to get into coaching because I have been helping people. I never knew this is called coaching, but I have been helping people in my school days, in my college days, with all my friends. I used to come across people in some issues. I used to just help them out. I used to help my fellow entrepreneurs, and then eventually a few friends of mine inspired me. Why did you get into professional coaching? Because what you are doing is coaching, and you are very good at it. So it's I never wanted to be a coach. Actually, it just went with the flow, and now it's 10 years for me, giving results. And the same lot of friends like then now told me, like they just requested me if I can probably do this to slash the prices down so that more people can take advantage of the work that I do. So this is the first session, 3-month program I am doing after slashing the prices. If I don't find more people joining, I'll go back to 30,000 because there's no point. People don't join. I make less money and it is not happening. So that is so this is an experiment. This 3-month program, the content will be the same, but the experiment to see if this strategy works, whereby I can reach out to more people and help more people to grow easier, better, and faster. So that's why the investment is 15,000 rupees for the 3-month course. And if you pay by 10th of December, then you have an early bird discount. So what you end up paying me, your investment is going to be only 4,000 rupees per month for achieving a business growth mastery. And how you can pay me? Yes, there are many ways you can pay me. You can, I mean, if you're using Google Pay, you have my mobile number. If you are using Paytm, you have my mobile number. And if you want to pay by bank transfer, you can get in touch with me. I'll share my bank details and we can do a bank transfer. So that's from my side, guys. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to open the session for questions. Yes, you can unmute yourself and ask me questions.
Here's just a question in terms of now these sessions will be will be on Saturdays and the times
there
will
be there are going to be 2 sessions in a week.
Okay.
For 3 months, so that's almost 13 months. There are going to be 2 sessions every week, and the 15th is Tuesday. So the session would be at 8:30 in the morning. So from 8:30, the sessions would be maximum 1.5 hours. It would be a range of 1 hour to 1.5 hours, depending on the topic that you are working with. So by 10, you are free and you can go move for your business. And the second session would be evening. That would be 7:30 in the evening on the Friday or the Saturday. That would be on mutually agreeable basis of all the participants, the second session. But yes, once fixed, whether it is Thursday or Friday, then it would be the same day throughout the 3 months.
You have a fundamental problem.
Flexible model whereby people can actually easily, go through the concepts, understand them, and I mean, I can download information for 100 weeks. But I don't intend to do that. It's all about execution. So out of this 26 sessions, there are going to be only 13 or maybe 15 sessions maximum where I'll be downloading information, where I'll be talking of concepts which are to be executed. And the follow-up session, the other session other than Tuesday, they are all going to be reviews. Okay, what was the execution? How much was the execution? If you couldn't execute, what were the reasons? Let's go into identifying those reasons and let us overcome those reasons so that you can start executing it. Growth is execution. Growth is not knowledge. I don't intend to give you a lot of knowledge. I intend to work on some aspects of mechanics which are really important. Aspects like mainly sales and marketing. They're really important for growth. And then aspects of work and ensuring that the whole business is working on that process of growth. So these are the main download sessions that we'll be doing. And there will be sessions on mindset. They are going to be download. They are mainly going to be experiential. So that's how we work. It's all about execution, guys. I don't intend to download a lot of information. I mean, we won't reach anywhere. That is what typically happens with almost all the training programs. I mean, there is a lot of download, and eventually the execution part is missing.
Sorry, just a clarification. So what you're saying is the session twice a week, either on Tuesday or Friday or Saturday, is it? Or is it Tuesday and
we have a BNI meeting on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Then we can decide a mutual time. We see my BNI meeting is on Wednesday. We can decide a day which can be Monday or Thursday for the morning session. That's fine. Or Friday for the morning session. That's fine. See, it's a very flexible system that I always work with. But once decided, then the entire 13 session we will go with those.
Say Thursday or Friday would be a morning session would be fine. Because Mondays are generally weekly office meetings, and then you're coming back after the weekend and then sitting in office.
That's fine. So Harshit, like, when are your BNI meetings?
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. Oh, that's fine.
My BNI meetings are on Friday.
Oh, okay.
But I will confirm with you. I was just writing your message on the chat itself.
Okay.
I will confirm with you. Let me work out and figure out some dates and everything, and I will get back to you.
That's okay. Confirm. So what though we don't have many days, we have only Thursday or Saturday remaining.
Yes, absolutely.
let's come up with a convenient. Yeah.
So
Look
that's
at
how,
what-
that's how I always work. Like, I mean, net always tells me like you're one of the most down to earth person I've seen in the field of training and coaching. But that's how I work. I mean, that's my nature. I don't intend to change it. You know, I always love to be down to earth, and I always love to be approachable. So, well, then let's call it a day. And
Okay, thank you so much.
Facebook, and
So you will let us know when the day is it? When you would start on a Thursday or?
yes, but see, confirm your participation. We can finalize the date. Like we are going to begin from 15th, so we have time. Right. But confirm your
Repeat what?
participation. Like if you are in, then take advantage of the early bird.
Certainly, 10th.
But, and so far as the time and the day goes, like we have Thursday and Saturday remaining. We can finalize any of the two, and we can just take it out from there.
Is there any way that we could pay by credit card?
I am working on it. I actually tried getting the what is that called? Like I forgot the name. It's an online platform.
I think it's possible through a PayPal system as well.
Yeah,
Normally PayPal is not workable in Sri Lanka, but
yeah. So I'm working on it. Let me see if it works out. But
Razorpay is a good option, Mitlesh, if you want to.
yeah, please, yeah. Harshit.
Razorpay. If you use Razorpay, people can pay through credit cards as well.
Okay. So Razorpay is an app like other apps.
It's an app and it's on a web as well. So you can log in, you can put in all your bank details. It will register, and when people pay, it will come straight to your account.
Okay. I'll explore Razorpay if it's possible.
Razorpay is a good option. Yeah, I have used it, so it works.
Today itself.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cool. So let's call it a day. If you don't have, I mean, if you have questions, yes, I am there. Fine. Well, Vinod, Ashish, Arun, Mithun, like I have not had any feedback from you guys. That's okay. And we can talk, we can take it ahead, we can go on a Zoom call as well. Whatever comfortable. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay safe. Okay, cheers.